Ah, yeah. Hey, Amaru. Only if you're ready, 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 ready. Let's go. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Me no care about all the noise, but I'm digging your station. See how you got my head spinning with a body rotation. Body rotation. Couple days went by, now I'm losing my patience. Go ahead, drop a pin, girl, wanna know your location. What's your location? Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way, I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day, I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Yeah. Do you know she royalty? Do you know she royalty? I be that one that'll get her heart racing. I did feel like with her we can take over nations, yeah. We can take a trip whenever, girl, you need a vacation. Number one bad girl, killing everything like on a mission. Girl on a mission. Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way, I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day, I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. How is everyone today? Well, today is one of those days, isn't it? Wow. It is getting crazier and crazier out here on these royal streets. And I knew that it would as we move towards the clowning. But this is just on a whole different level. Oh, what to even say? Let's go to what you're saying. We've got letters being leaked. We've got Photoshop pictures. Oh my goodness. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Melissa, you said there's so much drama going on today. I think somebody is weaponizing those letters. Yeah, there is clearly a war going on between Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace. And they're no longer in Kensington Palace, are they? The Cambridges. Because they haven't a scapegoat anymore. Samby, you think it's Camilla's PR at work? Tabby, you think it's a whole bunch of infighting? Yes. Yeah, Miranda, my heart goes out to Meghan too, but I'm just glad her and Harry are out of this absolute mess. I mean, we knew that it was going to start kicking on. It was all going to start kicking off towards the clowning, but wow. Just wow. What to even say, but we're going to get into it all. Can I just say thank you to all of the squaddies who came to my travel live earlier today. We were talking about travel and all the various ways that you can travel for cheap or travel for free. So if you want to go watch the replay of that, there is the link in the chat. And also don't forget to subscribe to my travel channel and the Nomad as well. So I will be doing weekly lives on that channel as well, and also vlogging content in between. We have another live tomorrow, and we're talking about finding confidence as a solo female traveler and all of the misconceptions about traveling solo, about traveling solo as a woman. All right, so if you're interested in that, please do come along, and thank you everyone for coming. It was really fun over in the travel chat today. Thank you so much, Chachnelli, for posting the link. Oh, you can always watch the replay. So you can watch my vlogs are on the videos tab of the travel channel, and the workshops will usually be on the live tab because I do the workshops live. Right, so let's get into the royal news, shall we? All right, first things first. So we marked 30 years. My goodness, cannot believe. It's been 30 years since Stephen Lawrence's murder. And his father was speaking about the police and how he just feels that he can never trust them. You know, the Stephen Lawrence case really changed race relations in the UK, especially between authorities and victims. And on a very surface level, I guess you could say some things were done, but there's still a lot of issues. And I mean, it's been 30 years, and I'm sitting here and saying there's a long way to go. What, another 30 years until we have true reform? But overall, the police force is in a lot of trouble. We've seen, you know, so many cases of police officers who themselves are abusive, who are criminals using the justice system to get close to the vulnerable and re-victimize victims. So the whole system is quite corrupt, needs an overhaul. But you know, the fish rots from the head, and it's government that has to make sure that the police are properly funded, that the right people are getting into the police force. But obviously they wouldn't want that because they've also got a lot to hide. So it's really up to us to fight for more reform. And that takes grassroots activism. Now, Stephen Lawrence's mother was with Dr. Shola. She tweeted, "I left the 30th anniversary of Stephen Lawrence with the fire in my belly hot and flaming, a beautiful and thought-provoking commemoration. Strong reminder how much work still needs to be done, and keep fighting the good fight." And of course, Baroness Lawrence is in the court case along with Harry, Elton John, and several other celebrities trying to bring about justice in the press for the illegal activities of news giants. And, you know, fingers crossed for them that they can win this case, because I think it's going to set a precedent, not just for how celebrities are treated, but how ordinary people are treated as well. I am actually going to do a video on Stephen Lawrence and what happened, especially how the Daily Fail and other tabloids acted during that time. But it was mostly the Daily Fail in this situation who was the main culprit in the press. Also, our godfather, Tyler Perry. So there was a young man called Rahan Staton. He's a 27-year-old from Maryland in the US. So he's set to earn his law degree from Harvard Law School after years of working as a garbage worker. Tyler Perry personally called and offered to pay for his law school education after hearing about his story. Amazing. Tyler Perry has always been a giving person and reached out to people when they need help, not just our faves. but many other times as well. I heard that Kiki Palmer at one point needed like a treatment for her acne. She had like really, really bad acne, and like Tyler Perry just like reached out and said, I'll pay for your like really expensive treatment to get your acne cleared. Like, just wow. So yeah, nice story from our godfather. Right, on to today's funny and what the hell. This. So it was what would have been the Queen's 97th birthday, and they released a new photo of Lizzie and the royal children, supposedly taken by Kate. However, it is now emerging that at least parts of this photo could be photoshopped. Now, one of the things that bothers me so much about this is number one, there are hardly any pictures of the Sussex children with other senior members of the royal family from when the Sussexes were in the UK, or it would only be with Archie, of course. But there are hardly any pictures of them with Archie. The only pictures that they released that were official were from the christening. And there was only one other occasion I remember seeing Meghan packed with Kate and the kids. And I even think that that was a setup. So we hardly have any photos or no other official photos of Archie and the rest of the family when he was when they were still in the UK. We've never seen any, candid unofficial photos, which leads me to think that the family really did not go out of their way to spend private time with Archie and the Sussexes when they were still in the UK. And then when Archie and Lily did come to the UK briefly for the Jubilee, one of the things that I remember reading was, and again, this is just tabloid mess, but the fact that they would even put this out really says a lot about who these people are. One of the things that I remember reading was Lily could meet the Queen on the condition that a photo wasn't taken. Now, whether or not a photo was taken, we still don't know. But the fact that they put that headline out, they did not want Lily photographed with her grandmother. They did not want that picture. Why not? And then you put this picture out. And now we're finding out that it could be photoshopped. Kate's so-called masterpiece will be photoshopped. So the suspicions first started to arise when this video went viral. So let's have a listen to this.
It's been a minute since I made a video. Happy 97th birthday, Queen Elizabeth. We got this picture taken by Catherine, Princess. So first thing is that I'm a photographer and I understand how light works on people's faces and in rooms. So we start off and we look at Lucas. The light source is coming from this direction. You can tell by his face. It's lit up on that half. Same with her, same with George, the Queen. Basically, everyone has one side of their face that's a little bit more illuminated because there's a window over here, obviously, that's brightening up the room from that direction. And everyone's shaded on the other side. But if you look at Louis, he has another light source that isn't accounted for in terms of the light that's actually in that room. So here on the top of his head, you see that bright spot. And if that bright spot were in the room, you would see it also on the couch. It would be giving a halo to Savannah, and it would probably be on the Tyndall girl's shoulder as well. So that light source is not in that room, which means that he wasn't in that room. Also, if you look super duper close, on his shoulder right there, you can see where some of the rose, the coloring from the rose, is coming on to his shirt because they tried to blend him in, and it didn't do a perfect job because you can see a little bit is on his shoulder, and that doesn't happen naturally. Also, there's just some like weird blurriness over here by the couch, which just makes me think that there was more blending going on. And I know people are going to come for me and be like, why does it matter? It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. No. But when everyone who is into the royal family is obsessed with who's lying and who's being truthful and what's genuine and what isn't, this is a moment that didn't actually happen. If you're photoshopping people into pictures, this picture isn't genuine. So this moment didn't happen. They're trying to pass it off as though it did. So take that as you will, but just some food for thought, I suppose. Regardless, it's a cute picture.
Okay, so there you have it. Now, there are a couple of other details that this woman actually did not mention that people have also picked up on. So if you zoom in, you can see some like bad lines just underneath Louis' face. So this is quite common when someone has been cut out of a picture and put in another one. If you've ever worked in Photoshop, you can see that they just haven't done a good job down there, and also blurriness on the girl's hair, on his t-shirt, to just like do some blending. And then if you look at the Queen's leg here, you can see it's like her, I don't know if that's her blanket or a skirt, but her blanket, you can see the lines look really weird. So it also looks like she was photoshopped into it. And even like the Queen's expression, it's like she's, wherever the camera is, it's like she's not looking directly. Oh God, I wish I actually had a close up of her face, but it's like she's not looking directly into the camera where everybody else is looking. And also further up the chair, you can see like there's no consistency in the image. It's a bit difficult, to be honest, to see, but like if you were to zoom in, there's no consistency with the couch. It's like it's been copy pasted, and there's this effect that they use on Photoshop called like duplicate. So why do this? Why put out a fake picture like this? Why put out a picture that so obviously excludes the Queen's other grandchildren? Because, okay, fair enough, Archie and Lily haven't been in the UK for a while, but it just looks really tacky to put this photo out knowing everything that has happened. Because there's a lot that this photo says without me even saying it. A lot of you are saying it in the comment section. And why not then just put a picture out of the Queen? Like, let's see an unseen picture of Lizzie for all the hardline royalists. And then to make a big sing-song about how Kate took the picture when it's clearly photoshopped. I don't understand it. I've never seen anything. I don't think any of us have ever seen anything this just weird coming from the on-royals. Also, Eugenie's kids aren't in this photo. Yeah, like side. I think they're trying to erase the existence of Harry and Meghan's children. Oh my gosh. My gosh. Kim, that looks like Kardashian's Photoshop work. Listen, I don't know so much about their Photoshop work because I don't follow them on Instagram, but the Kardashians' Christmas card game is on point. So they should have probably taken some tips from the Kardashians on this one. Patience, it makes me wonder as to how any of the family has never taken pictures with the Sussex children. Yeah. They wanted to erase those kids. If you're just coming into the chat, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, please. Thank you so much, folks. Yeah, Angela, it is going viral. I mean, the last I checked on that woman's TikTok, and this was maybe 3 hours ago, it had like 30,000 views. Yes, light side. That's what the word I was trying to get. Like, it's been spliced. Like, it's not consistent at all. This is a clear sign of Photoshop. And the question is, why? Yeah, SS, it's ridiculous. Why put this out? Yeah, Trinette, it's disgraceful. And then, um, in the middle of all this mess, we then get this. This so-called letter or letters. I believe it was Charles that wrote the letter and then Meghan responded, or something like that. I'm gonna read. I haven't actually had a moment because I had the live earlier to look into this properly, but we're just gonna read the article so we can all get a good sense of what's been going on here. First thing though, before I read the article, incredibly interesting timing. Why release this now? What for? And knowing that Meghan won a lawsuit with her last letter, the publishing of her last letter. Now, I don't believe that they're actually going to publish the letter in full, and you'll understand why in a sec. But I think they're playing with fire here. But I think the reason this has come out is because I think this is a warning shot from Buckingham Palace to the the Cambridges, the Welleses, Kate and William. I believe that's what this is. So let's just read it and then we'll comment after, okay? Right, and also just a note that this was written by Victoria Ward. So this is one of the Royal Rotarats. So the Duchess of Sussex expressed her concerns about unconscious bias in the royal family in a letter to the King, the Telegraph can reveal. And how did the Telegraph get this letter? Yeah, exactly, a leak. Because how do you just randomly get private letters directly from the royals? It continues. It is understood that the correspondence was sent in the wake of the March 2021 Oprah Winfrey interview, in which the Duchess alleged that a member of the royal family had speculated about the colour of her unborn son's skin. A source has said that the Duchess feels she has not received a satisfactory response to her concerns. The letters have emerged just weeks after Meghan confirmed her decision not to attend the coronation on May 6th. And are thought to be one of the factors behind the decision. Sources close to the Sussexes insisted that she decided to stay in California because it was Archie's birthday. Nobody speaks for Harry and Meghan other than Harry and Meghan and their official spokespeople. So this so-called source close to the Sussexes is nonsense. It continues. It is understood that her letter was sent in reply to one from the King. He is believed to be the only senior member of the family to make contact with the Duchess after the interview. The Prince of Wales, then Prince of Wales, he's understood to have expressed sadness over the chasm that had emerged between the two sides of the royal family. But he was happy to take their security. It continues. He is said to be disappointed that the Duke and Duchess felt the need to make such high-profile damaging allegations. Well, if they had discussed this as a private matter between family members instead of leaking, which is what they continue to do, it wouldn't have gone all the way to the Oprah interview. Harry himself said that he tried to sort out this matter privately, and they were the ones who continued to leak. A source claimed that the letters make clear the identity of the senior let me read that again. A source claimed that the letters make clear the identity of the senior member of the family who made the comment. So this is why I think this is shots being fired from Charles and Camilla's camp to William and Kate's camp. I am actually starting to wonder. I know a lot of people have said it's likely to be William. I'm actually now starting to wonder if there is a slight possibility that it could have been Kate. I don't know. But then would Meghan have made the comment that she did during the Oprah interview saying that, Kate's not a bad person? So maybe it was William. Because she's never actually said anything remotely nice about William. She's somewhat defended Kate by saying Kate's not a bad person, but she's never said anything nice about William. Who knows? I guess I feel like we will find out eventually. It is understood that both the King and the Duchess acknowledge that the individual's remark was not made in malice. The Duchess is believed to have thanked the King for his words. The Duchess's letter is also said to suggest that she had never intended to specifically accuse the individual involved of being racist, but was raising concerns about unconscious bias. Okay, I'm just going to comment on this whole unconscious bias thing. I think that unconscious bias is very much a UK kind of term. You American squaddies can let me know, but I don't think this is a very American thing. And I feel like the reason it's a very UK thing is because the pearl clutchers never want to say the R word. They never want to call racism out for what it is. And even the way bigotry is expressed in the UK is very different. It's a lot more underhanded and not so direct. So the issue that I have with the whole unconscious bias thing is somebody may say something bigoted or racist, not necessarily knowing that it's bigoted or racist, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you look at someone and you don't see the humanity in them. And that's the issue that I have with this whole unconscious bias thing, because it does give people a cop out. But I think from Harry's point of view, he probably said what he said, wanting to, give his family members an escape hatch while still calling them out. But I do not agree with this term unconscious bias at all. I honestly just think it's nonsense. Okay, so to continue. One royal source suggested that while the exchange was warm in tone, it had not eased the tension between the two sides. It was confirmed earlier this month that the Duke would attend the King's coronation and Meghan will stay at home. Okay. So they talk about the Netflix thing. They talk about the whole Lady Hussey thing. Prince William was quick to convey his own disappointment in his godmother, but never apologizing for his behavior, right? Throwing his own godmother under the bus. Okay, the article goes on a little bit more. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of it. The article's quite long and it just regurgitates a lot of the stuff that we already know. But yeah, timing is quite interesting. Right, to your comments. Little Mac, I think it is a good thing there are no pictures with Archie and Lily, as they would sell those pictures to British media. I think if there are pictures, Harry and Meghan would have taken them themselves. I think so. Yeah, I am so here for TikTok. Unfortunately, they're trying to clamp down on it, but hopefully TikTok will prevail. Because I think it's really become an incredible tool for calling these people out on their nonsense. And people who maybe wouldn't necessarily be interested in the roles, who now have a better understanding of what's going on. Yes, Trinette, and that's another thing. The letter also rules out Charles as someone who may have said something about Archie, which I think was important to Charles and his image as we move towards the coronation. I mean, Benjamin, I still have my highest bet on William, possibly Kate second, and possibly Camilla third. But I think for sure William. Like, he's my number one. Yes, Cynthia, that's so true. If you're willing to lie and deceive about something as small as a pic of her great grandkids, what bigger things are they hiding? Yeah, totally. It's getting weirder every day. Just weirder and weirder. H Knight, you said yes, this is for the Welleses. William was the one that made the comment about Archie. They just confirmed it with this article. Yeah. Shadol, it's all of them. Well, quietly, all of them could have said something, but it's one of them that very obviously said it to Harry and Meghan's, or at least to Harry's face. And it was also William that referred to Meghan as, that girl. Don't marry that girl too quickly. Things are going too fast with that girl. So would it surprise anyone if it was William that said what was said about Archie's skin color? Now, when this article came out, this also happened. 3 Royal Rota rats tweeting, and unfortunately, oh, is it just the banner that's cutting it off? Yeah. Now, I'm going to read out all the tweets, and then we're also going to look at the timings of all of this. So, Valentine Lowe, fascinating story by Victoria Ward. The question is, why does the Sussex camp want to leak all this? Is it Meghan trying to prevent an outbreak of peace between Harry and his father? And intriguing that they should resort to the sort of briefing that would condemn in others. Harry and Meghan briefing to the Telegraph, briefing to Victoria Ward. In what world would that be happening? So they're trying to pass this off as Harry and Meghan briefing to the British press. Harry and Meghan, who made it very clear when they stepped down as working royals, they would not be talking directly to anybody in the British press at all. And they have only communicated with the outside world through their spokespeople. And then, so that was Valentine Lowe at 4:28 a.m. Okay, and then at 3:12 a.m., Emily Andrews, Emu. Well, this is fascinating, and the timing too. The King wrote to Meghan after that bombshell Oprah interview, expressing his sadness with Meghan repeatedly. Key phrase which sums up the whole saga: their feeling that their family plays second fiddle to the Welleses. Please. Harry and Meghan cough and it makes global news. And then at 5:03 a.m., Richard Palmer, interesting piece by Victoria Ward, is the Duchess of Sussex again engaging in the sort of selective briefing she accuses the palace of using to undermine tentative efforts to repair the damage between her husband and his family. Was this done with Harry's agreement? They're actually trying to suggest that Harry and Meghan are the ones that briefed the Telegraph. I hope they sue. Because this is a straight up lie. And 3 different tweets from 3 Royal Rota rats at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and 5 a.m. This is what a coordinated attack looks like. And they're not even trying to hide it anymore. That's what's so crazy. That is all I have to say for today. It is getting real weird out here, folks. I don't know what's going on. But something tells me it's just going to get crazier and crazier as we move towards the clowning. And with that, I shall take your comments and then we will call it a day. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to the mods as always. And please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe as you go out. Thank you once again for getting us to 15,000. Incredible. Right. Hemi fan, it's an American term too. Or Tamika, you said it's not an American thing. I've never heard it be an American thing, to be honest. And to be honest, also, Americans are just you are a little bit more ballsy in your conversations about race. Whereas in the UK, it's a very it's talked about in a very, I guess you could say, shielded way. Yeah, it says, "What is unconscious bias? You're just a racist." Yeah, yeah, it's definitely a UK thing. Tamika, yeah, I'd never heard about it until Harry said it. I also think that in the UK, when they do things like diversity training, like that's the term that they use, unconscious bias. Mm, okay, let's pass your comments. Boney, they should just call out the name of the person and be done with it. Oh dear. You know, if it is William, maybe Camilla's holding on to it for collateral. I'm telling you, it's gonna go down at this coronation, and if we make it to William at that one. Thank you, Black Queen. Yes, please do hit that thumbs up button, subscribe button, and if you'd like to join membership, that would be lovely. Agnes, this feels like Thomas Markle letter scandal 2.0. This will not reduce the amount of boobs coming Chucky's way. No, it will not. That clowning is gonna be a whole clowning, whether they like it or not. And now they're saying that large protests are a legitimate concern. Yeah, Trina, I think Harry and Meghan should get their lawyers on this one. Yeah, exactly, Lightside. There's no way they would leak to the press because they just had a whole documentary series and Harry's book. Why would they leak to the Telegraph? I mean, they're really just trying it, aren't they? Yeah, Pelena, I feel like a lawsuit is coming as well. All right, who's gonna get the last word of the day? Boyd, another MI6 Simon Case type leak of Meghan's letter. I tell you, they're just throwing everything at the wall and hoping something sticks. And it's just making the whole family look like a mess at a time when they should be focused on their clowner nation and what tiaras they're going to wear. SS, I don't see a day where William, Prince of Pegging, will be king. Well, if Nostradamus has anything to do with it, neither will Charles. Lorna, they are predicting rain on the coronation day. Oh, wow. I hope it rains eggs. That would be hilarious. And with that, I will end the podcast. Thank you as always, everyone. You are fantastic. And yes, for those of you who are into travel, please do join me over on my travel channel tomorrow. I will be doing another live. Okay. And oh yes, of course, if anything comes up, also I should be doing another live on this channel as well. Have a great day, everyone. Ciao.
Ah, yeah. Hey, Amaru. Only if you're ready, 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 ready. Let's go. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Me no care about all the noise, but I'm digging your station. See how you got my head spinning with a body rotation. Body rotation. Couple days went by, now I'm losing my patience. Go ahead, drop a pin, girl, wanna know your location. What's your location? Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way, I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day, Bea. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you. Yeah. Do you know she royalty? Do you know she royalty? I be that one that'll get her heart racing. I did feel like with her we can take over nations, yeah. We can take a trip whenever, girl, you need a vacation. Number one bad girl, killing everything like on a mission. Girl on a mission. Had to pull a plug on your ex, now you coming my way, I can switch it up for you, girl, I'm no longer a player. See that pretty face on my screen, that'll make my day, Bea. I'm only looking for loyalty. All I need from you. I'm thinking you be the one for me. I can see it on you. Your love that do me every time. With you by my side, we gon' shine. Baby girl, you know you royalty. I've been waiting for you, yeah.